4. But here's the first tick on the index. It is flat with a negative bias. The Nifty is down about 25 odd points. The Bank Nifty is down about 140 points. And the pressure is really coming in from HDFC Bank, which is down 1% ahead of its numbers later today. It has been the big underperformer this year. The stock is down about 7% in a market that has been surging. Asian Paints is the other one, down about 1% on the back of higher crude prices, and BPCL as well is down about 1%. Following that, you have Divi's Labs, Britannia, HUL. HUL comes out with numbers this week. Ahead of that, the stock is down about 0.4%. Eicher Motors, ICICI Bank, JSW Steel that are in the red. So the Bank Nifty is the one that's dragging its feet, but on the upside, HDFC Life is up about 1%. HCL Tech is up 0.5%. In fact, a lot of tech stocks are doing well. LTIMindtree, Tech Mahindra, all in the green right now. Infosys, TCS, all trending in the green. Wipro comes out with numbers this week, so that one is also in focus. Adani Ports is up almost about 0.5%. So it is a lackluster start to the market today, to be honest. The Nifty is down about 30 odd points. The Bank Nifty is dragging its feet a bit, but it's not as bad as one would have imagined given the way crude prices have surged. So just hanging on around that 19,700.
Well, that's right, Sonia. Crude oil prices have spiked up. You have ONGC and Oil India. They are both the big gainers on large volumes as well. Both of them up more than 2%. Dalmia and Bharat, as we said earlier, the numbers were more or less in line to mildly better than what the street was working with. Management commentary is something that we'll be tracking from here on. So that opens up with a 0.5% gain. You have PVR Inox. Well, they're talking about screening the India Cricket World Cup matches. They've also launched that monthly plan of around 699 rupees. Stock is more or less flattish to kickstart trade. The order wins, Bajaj Electric, they have won an order worth around 560 crores from Power Grid. So that's up more than 5%, I think, in early trade. You have Skipper as well. That's up and about in today's trading session because it won an order more than 500 crores. Prakash said that you should be a little bit cautious going by past performance. But for the time being, the street is celebrating this order win. That's at the high point of the day, up close to around 7.5%. NBCC, they won an order for around 80 crores from Visakhapatnam Port Authority. So that as well doing quite well. Suntech Realty, a couple of brokerages were quite positive last week. And now they've come out with their pre-sales update, which looks quite good. Texmaco Rail, we'll have the management in just a bit from now, but the EBITDA number came in high by 6%, but they've also announced a demerger of one of their verticals, and that's why that stock is up close to around 8%. On the flip side, Delta Corp under some pressure because of that tax notice they've got of around 6,600 crores, and Godrej Properties as well, their arm got a GST tax demand of around 97 crores odd. So those are all the stocks, I think, that are on focus today.
Well, Sun TV is down about, 2.5%. Stocks at about 619 as we speak. I mean, the market's not doing very much at all. It's down just about 20, 25 odd points. So it's not a big one in that sense at all. So much better as compared to what many Asian markets are doing. We've got cuts of between 0.75% to 1.5% even. But that's not the case here. So some of these kind of typical things which play out, right? Oil spikes and, things like Asian Paints and Indigo and these kind of things, they are, but it's very, very small, 0.5%, 1.5%, and so on and so forth. Nestle is down about 1.5%. There is, what else? Delta, I think we mentioned. DMart, DMart is down about 3.5%. IndusInd is down about 1% or so, but nothing else. I mean, market breadth, by the way, overall is about 2:1 positive. So this is not bad at all. MMTC is up 6.5%, and that's the largest volume traded gainer right now on the upside, the big one. Huge volumes. There is, I think we mentioned NBCC, Texmaco Rail, of course, 7% there. Again, large volumes. Sequent Scientific is up about 4.5%. Bajaj Electricals is up about 5.5%. We mentioned that. Walchand Nagar Industries, 5%. Defense names, 168, 169 on Walchand Nagar. Gokuldas Exports. I mean, that's a big move on Gokuldas Exports. 927, 930 or so on Gokuldas coming up right now. So, after that acquisition, the stock did spike up to about 900 and then it came down about 100 rupees or so. But I think it's basically back at those levels once again. PC Jewelers is coming up with about a 6.5% gain. Anantraj is up about 3%. A bit volumes, you go down the list, they're not exactly all that strong. 45 points lower now on the Nifty. 19,700 is where we are at. The Nifty Bank is starting about 0.5% lower at about 44,100 as well. Banks, of course, the Banks index has been the weaker of the two. in terms of the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has been the weaker one.